Most students look at past papers the wrong way. They treat them like practice tests, something you do at the very end, almost like a final rehearsal. And that's why most students waste hours studying but still blank out in the exam hall. Here's the truth. Past papers are not just practice. They're the examiner's blueprint. They are the cheat sheet sitting in plain sight, the closest thing you'll ever get to a leaked question paper. Yet almost nobody knows how to use them properly. If you only highlight notes, read textbooks, or binge random videos, you're studying blind. But when you know how to actually use past papers, you flip the entire game. Suddenly, you stop memorizing everything and start predicting what's coming. You stop wasting time on useless details and instead train your brain to think the way examiners think. If you want to study faster than everyone else, past papers aren't optional. They are the ultimate shortcut. Step 1. Stop treating past papers like practice tests. Most students make the rookie mistake of only touching past papers after they've finished studying. That's like practicing how to swim after you've already drowned. Wrong approach. The moment you get your hands on past papers, you're holding the closest thing to the exam itself. Don't save it for last. Use it from day one. Scan through at least 5 to 10 years of papers right now. What you'll see will shock you. The same topics repeat. The same style of questions return. Even the same tricky wording comes back disguised in new clothes. By doing this early, you're not just preparing, you're predicting. Your brain starts filtering out useless chapters and zooming in on the ones examiners actually care about. This step alone will cut your study time in half, because you'll stop wasting energy on content that will never appear in your exam. Step 2. Extract the patterns and build your exam map. Past papers are a treasure chest, but only if you know how to dig correctly. Don't just solve them randomly, analyze them. Sit down and list how often certain chapters, concepts, or problem types show up. You'll quickly notice a pattern. Some areas are gold mines, appearing again and again, while others are desert wastelands that barely show up once in a decade. When you map this out, you're no longer studying aimlessly. You're building a guided missile locked onto the examiner's weak spots. Think about it. Why would you spend 10 hours memorizing a chapter that shows up once every 5 years, when you could spend that same time mastering a topic that shows up every single year? This exam map is your personal shortcut, your survival blueprint, and it will make you feel like the test was designed for you. Step 3. Practice under real pressure, not fantasy comfort. Here's the ugly truth. Most students practice past papers sitting casually on their bed, phone buzzing, snacks nearby, checking answers every 2 minutes. That's not practice. That's self-deception. The real exam is a pressure cooker. The clock is ticking, your heart is racing, your hands are sweating, and every second feels like a punch in the face. If you don't train for that, you're setting yourself up for panic on exam day. The solution: simulate the battlefield. Set a timer, silence your phone, sit at a desk with nothing but the paper and pen. No notes, no peeking. Fight the paper exactly as you would fight the real exam. This kind of practice rewires your brain to stay calm when everyone else is panicking. By the time you walk into the real exam hall, it won't feel like a threat. It'll feel like déjà vu. You'll be the only one in the room who feels like they've already been there before. Step 4. Ruthlessly review and learn the examiner's language. Here's the final trick that separates toppers from failures. Most students finish a past paper, check the answers, and move on. Wrong. That's like watching half a movie and leaving before the ending. The real growth happens in the review. Go through every single mistake, no matter how small. Ask yourself, why did I get this wrong? Was it careless? Was it a misunderstanding of the topic? Or was it because I didn't understand the wording? Here's the secret. Examiners don't just test knowledge. They test language. They use the same trigger phrases again and again. Discuss, analyze, evaluate, explain. Each one demands a different style of answer. If you don't recognize these code words, you'll lose marks even if you know the content. By reviewing ruthlessly, you begin to think in the examiner's language, and once you can think like them, you've already won. So if you truly want to study fast and crush your exams, forget the endless notes, the useless highlighting, the fantasy of covering everything. Instead, use past papers as your compass. Predict, map, simulate, and review. Do this, and while everyone else is drowning in stress, you'll be walking into the exam hall with a secret weapon no one else bothered to master.